we'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. First play from scrimmage, Watson going to throw it. Dancing to his left. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 40 now on second down. Watson steps away to his left, and that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Watson's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. On play action, they'll throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Forced out to his left. Got an open man finding Jefferson. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's Edwards again on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. They go with Chubb on second down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. On first down, it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Tucker's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Now Chubb running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Watson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, they've won a few in the years following.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Right back to Drake. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw, Watson. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. 20, 10, touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visit.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular.
It is, and you know what he's also hoping for? He's going to play a lot of man coverage from here on out, because one of the best ways to slow down production is to go to zone and double, triple team, put a number of people in the area that you expect him to run into. But man-to-man, every receiver believes he's going to win that battle. And you know what they all do? They all keep kind of a book, you know, on what the defenders do, what their moves are, their best things. And he wants to be able to refer to that book and be one guy at a time.
A give running right is Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Watson.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Watson. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Ravens Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one complete to Prochet.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. A beautiful spin and room to run.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson.
Right back to Njoku.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And Chubb will try the middle here. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down.
Looking to throw. Watson buying time to his left.
And that went into the hands of Brown downfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He finds Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins.
He's got room at the 30.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. To throw again is Jackson. And one more time, that's Watkins.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down, Jackson. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tucker's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing now, Watson. Forced out to his left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. And again, it's Chubb. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And Watson's going to throw it here. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll run it with Johnson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
York now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Jackson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. One last shot for Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into